So Andy, we're here in Central Park 2 years after we started doing the program, and if I remember well, it wasn't your most enjoyable experience, right? Here?
No, not really.
Too much walking involved?
Too much.
Far too much. You went home. And but no, I bet though Andy, 2 years after, is much fitter. He's going to run next week at the race for the kids, because last year you did walking and it was boring to you, but this year I'm sure you'll do great. I wanted to be involved in a mentoring program in New York City at first because I had been in the past involved in Paris with homeless people with the Red Cross, and after 2 years of doing this, I ended up a bit worn out emotionally, because there were sparkles of great experience with these people. The problem was that nobody was. I didn't see anyone making it out of the streets among all these people that I was taking care of. It's a program that's definitely needed, but after 2 years I needed to pass it on to somebody else, because I felt I had done what I could do, but I needed to be useful to younger people, basically, and be involved in a program that shows values, maybe for later when they are adults, that will enable them to do the right choices and just show another world.
I think my mom enrolled me in this program was well, she wanted me to see more of the Bronx, since I didn't really find much of the things in the Bronx that like fun to do. I quit a lot of things, but ever since about 2 years ago, I stood here. I saw more things. I learned about things. Like when I went to, I visited a lot of places in the Bronx that it was I just never knew about. Sometimes it surprised me. Sometimes I've seen before, but it was kind of exciting.
There's one thing that I really thoroughly enjoy about our conversations. It's the best thing about you, I find, is your tongue-in-cheek sense of humor. You're the funniest guy, and you keep a straight face, and you say the funniest thing. It's like when you started learning music. Andy was learning the drums, and for this you've got to learn a bit of theory. And you told me that your favorite note, and you kept a straight face saying that, my favorite note is the rest note. And for this you've got to know that Andy always likes to nap, rest, sleep. What did you tell me earlier about your ideal New Year's Eve?
Oh yeah, I said that I would like to sleep through it.
Yep.
I would like to sleep that one day it's 2010, the other day it's 2011.
And that's how you celebrate. And the rest note was very consistent with this state of mind that is all about being rested, and that's so that's the first thing, really. And beyond that, to me, a sense of humor like this is a sign of great intelligence. Each time we don't know what to do, or each time a museum is closed, or there's a change in the program, we go to Dave & Buster's, and it's the guarantee of a very good time.
Plan B.
Yep, that's an extremely good plan B, because they've got a lot of vintage games like Pac-Man, that's something I like about you too. It's that you're more into games from the 80s, vintage, and then into well, you like Time Crisis and all that, but still, it's I love it, because that's actually my games. And how you justify the fact that you like them more. It's we were 10 minutes ago we were talking about the N-level boss that we used to have on my generation's game, and you had to what were you telling me? You've got to bob and weave, and there was a whole strategy involved, which doesn't exist anymore.
No, it's more like just mash on the X and just hope to win. Some of those bosses were actually somewhat of a disappointment, because most people actually focus on like the middle of the game more than the end.
Yeah, you've got to be driven. Yeah, exactly. That's the right strategy. What else did we do? We went to the botanical garden in the Bronx. When was one of the first things we did.
Yeah.
And you liked that too.
But we didn't really get to see the highlight because it's usually at Christmas time where it's usually really good. We went to November where it was it's usually bland at that time, since even though it has like lots of flowers and stuff, it just doesn't seem as cool as December or going in like spring.
Okay, we'll do it again then. The funny thing is that I saw recently some pictures from that time ago, and you were tiny, and now you're all grown up. It's insane. That's also one thing that I love about these 2 years. It's that you changed classes. You've been growing up. It's fantastic to see that too. So back at the beginning of last year, I learned that I had to move from Manhattan to New Hampshire. Big change, but also it involved decisions as far as Big Brothers. The question just occurred: can we keep going? The question wasn't do I keep doing it, because it was a no-brainer to me. We had engaged in a great relationship, and it had to keep going because we were developing a lot of things. But the question was how. I didn't even know if Emily would allow us to keep going like this. So, but the idea was really to make sure that that it was seamless for you, that we didn't, it was not bringing any changes, and that you had no doubts that we would keep going. Because to me it was a given.
I mean, yeah, I stood, even though I did feel a little bit guilty about you having to drive here. I thought that kind of made it harder for you, but I'm just glad that we made it through, sort of, and also the meetings started to go closer. Like before, it was like 2 weeks, and now it's like every 1 week. Kind of makes it more fun.
Yeah, sure. Because I'm now back, and we see each other more than we used to when I was in New Hampshire. It's true that we changed it to once a month, do it well, and do fun things. But yeah, it's true that it would have been a bit difficult to once every 2 weeks to go up and down, as you were saying. But it was everything we did over that period was definitely worth the drive. So that was good that we kept going. I'm really happy that we held on, and that we and here we are today. And I don't feel we're going to stop. My name is Ben, and I'm a Big.
My name is Andy, and I'm a Lil.
We are matched in the
Big Brothers, Big Sisters of New York
City, New York City Bronx mentoring program.